What's up, Primal Gang? I asked Luna if she still eats raw meat, and here's what she has to say. I think it's much less of a big deal than people make it out to be. Most people do. I think you probably eat similarly to me from looking at your profile. And this is what I responded with. Well, yeah, once you're used to it and you feel good from it, it's easy to take it for granted. But it's a good thing to get those building blocks not destroyed by heat. I eat raw meat and fruit. Yeah, this is the thing. The people, even I can say it, that eating raw meat is not a big deal when I'm having it, because yeah, I'm used to how good it makes me feel, and yeah, I don't think about sickness, and I don't think about not feeling well. I'm just in the moment, and I'm enjoying that. Yeah, I have no health issues at all. I don't think about oh, I have to go to doctor or whatever. When I see certain types of foods like pasteurized cheeses or whatever, dairy or pasteurized milk, I think about how yeah, I don't really like how those foods make me feel, and I can already feel the pain and I just consciously avoid them, or any type of products with seed oils or whatever. I know exactly when I'm having something with seed oils, I can already feel it in my tummy that there is something not right, and I instantly just don't feel as well, okay? It's not like I'm having it, because I did not have it for very, very long time, any seed oils at all. Okay, and in this video I'm also going to respond to Franklin Sierra, and here's what he has to say. I wasn't talking about his criticism of normies. It's the claiming like raw diet will give you euphoria and your maxillofacial development is mostly food and not genetic. Similar to Mew claiming that this posture will improve maxilla, nose, under eye and make you 70% more attractive. These claims are easily refutable. I don't know what refutable means, by the way. By a tiny bit of research, they know it. It's the intellectual dishonesty and the fact manipulation to promote themselves. Wow. They both started as trying to help people but started selling bullshit for popularity. It's absurd to the point if you ask goatis, you got an accident, he will probably say it's cause you don't eat raw meat, bruh. Your reflexes are not natural. Alright, yeah, I kinda get what you mean in the end, but yeah, I'm gonna get into it. Let's just break your comment apart. I wasn't talking about his criticism of normies. So I guess you're saying this to what I said when he was calling someone mentally ill just because they made like a dance or something. So yeah, you were not talking about that. Alright, and it's the claims like raw diet will give you euphoria. Yes, it will give you euphoria. Like, what are you talking about? I feel euphoric all the time. When I have some raw liver, I instantly feel alive, okay? That's just how it is. And if I'm at work for like long time and I did not had meat for a while, I just thinking about that. Yeah, I need to go home and there's no way I want eggs or whatever. I want something red. I want some red meat, some heart, some liver. Yeah, that's how my mind works, at least. And yeah, that's my experience. I can't tell the experience of others. And let's say, and your maxillofacial development is mostly food and not genetic. Yes, but that it has to begin from like when you're like few months old, and starting from that point on, not when you're like 17, 18. That's kind of late, but not really. But up until that point, you like need to have your diet on point, and all that just comes down to what your parents were feeding you, and I do believe in that. That's nothing. Oh my days, man. I can't believe that you're not believing in that. How can I explain it to you? If you see your food steaming, or you see it changing color, or you see it burning and all that, those all are chemical changes. Like on chemical level, those molecules are changing, and it's not the same. It will never be the same, and you can never make a cooked meat into a raw meat, okay? So it's the nutrition, some of it just went out of the window because because you steamed it or you cooked it and it evaporated, okay? You evaporated not just water, you evaporated like different type of gases when you were cooking your food, and those chemical changes shouldn't be happening in the oven or on the grill or in the boiling water. It should happen inside your digestive system. That's why the raw meat needs to go directly in your digestive system. You chew it and you swallow it. It has to go through your digestive system, and that way that is the place where these chemical changes should happen. And if you're not comfortable with eating it raw, that's one thing. I get it, because even I did not start it out as raw, okay? When I so-called quit veganism, I was starting with my traditional foods, and I was starting with normal like cooked foods, okay? And one day I just took an egg and I just opened it up and I drank it. It took me some courage, but yeah, I did it, and then yeah, I started cooking my meat less and less, and yeah, it was interesting. And one day I just bought a steak and I just started biting inside of it. That's a video for another day, okay? But the thing is that for you to believe that it's the same thing to eat raw meat or cooked meat, it's just incredible, man. And what even is cooked meat? Because some people are cooking it for like 3 hours just to make it like super soft and moist, and others just cook it for like 3 minutes. And yeah, it's not the same thing, okay? To cook it for 3 hours, even an egg, if you cook it for an hour, it happened to me. I forgot the eggs cooking and it was there for like an hour, or I don't know, half an hour, whatever. And when I opened that up out of curiosity, it looked like brown in the inside. No thank you, I threw it out. And the thing is that you're not getting the same nutrients as me eating it raw when you're eating it super cooked, okay? It's just not the same. And if you're not getting the same molecules as me, you're not gonna feel the same. And it's just impossible to improve yourself in that way if you're just not getting the proper molecules, okay? Because how else are you going to make them? Your body is going to need to rob like other cells and come up with other methods, and that's when so-called like mutations, not like mutations, it's like changes in your cells happen because you didn't give them as it's supposed to be, or your parents back then didn't give it to you, the food in its natural form, okay? If you paid attention in school at chemistry, you should know that let's say chopping up the meat, it won't change it chemically, okay? But placing it on fire, and I don't know, even if you leave it outside and it oxidizes, that's not as bad as placing it on fire, okay? Because the oxidation process, it basically changes colors just because I don't know what type of, I don't know what to call it, pigment. I knew the word, but I forgot it. That thing changes some type of color, and that's why it becomes darker and a little bit grayish, brownish. You know how oxidized meat looks like. It's not the cooked version, it's just when you leave it outside, or when you leave it in the fridge for like 2 or 3 days. You know, it won't taste the same, but it doesn't mean it went bad. It just has a little bit different taste. But yeah, anyway, I prefer it fresh. And it's not the same thing as claiming that mewing, it's come on, mewing, it's something that you would do like physically with your tongue, placing it on the rooftop of your mouth or whatever. It's completely different than giving yourself the proper molecule structures from meat. Okay, like you can't compare those two things. These claims are easily refutable. Yeah, but what is the tiny research? How much are you going to cook the meat? Because let's say you're eating exactly what I eat and you just cook it a little bit. Yeah, it's fine. You're still gonna you're still gonna do well. Okay, if you place some heart on the fire and you just cook it a little bit on the top in a little bit of butter, you're still gonna be doing fine. Okay, but the moment you start cooking it for like 40 minutes or whatever, yeah, it just won't be the same, and you won't feel as good, and you're probably going to feel hungry a lot more sooner, and you probably are going to eat more than me, because yeah, your body just asks for certain nutrients that evaporated through the cooking process. Okay. Yeah. So these claims are easily refutable with tiny bit of research, and they know it. It's the intellectual dishonesty and fact manipulation to promote themselves. Not really. In terms of goatis, I don't see anything that he does for self-promotion. He just reviews videos and he says the exact same thing that he said like years ago. And if you think of it just a little bit of logic, if you give yourself the proper molecules, proper molecular structures that you only find it in meat and only in raw meat, if you cook it, then you're just not getting the same results, and you would come to the same conclusion. They both started as trying to help people but started selling bullshit for popularity. Name one thing that goatis is selling that is actually a bad thing or whatever, or you disagree with it. I can't name anything. I mean, he sells one-on-one coaching. He used to sell, I don't know if he's still selling. He used to sell those hoodies or whatever with anti-veganism, and he has his Telegram. Okay, and he on his Telegram does those personalized videos or whatever that, and nature videos, what he doesn't post on YouTube. And he's allowed to make exclusive content. I would do exclusive content if I could, and I would get paid for it, and I could just quit my job. Yeah, I would do that. Why not? And what else? Or you're trying to tell that he said something like that is really new. This was already researched in Pottinger's cat experiment, that how future generations are like influenced by their diets. And another thing that what you think about why it's genetic or whatever, because it can take multiple generations of eating raw meat to actually become like taller and better looking and all of that. No, like it won't just happen after like multiple generations of eating grains and whatever. It won't just instantly switch in just one generation. It can take like maybe 1 or 2 or maybe more. I guess the more generations start to eat like properly, like good and naturally, the better it becomes. Okay, like the better genetics, like the results become better and better. You understand what I mean, I guess. It's so absurd to the point if you ask goatis, you got into an accident, he will probably say it's cause you don't eat raw meat, bruh. I already explained it, man. If you eating the same, I'm not saying that my diet is the most ideal. If I would also have access to some brain and to some cranberry juice and maybe some balls or something, I don't know, something extra, or even some nice wild meat, and even fresher, like just freshly. I'm pretty sure many of goatis viewers are doing way better than me. They don't just buy it from the store. They sometimes, I saw in that black pill video of his, in his documentary, where there was that guy who eats straight out of the deer, okay, or what was that, I don't know what animal, but it's it straight out, like the deer was his plate, okay, like come on, I don't have access to that. But let's just say that he would eat exactly like what that guy eats, but you would cook it a little bit, just a little bit. Would it make a big difference? Not really. It would make like very big, like very very small percentage, okay, but definitely not huge difference. But it would make huge difference if you would cook it, okay. And I know this is just, we just talk now on the internet, and yeah, we can't really prove this, but this is the way I think about this. I think this is the video. Thanks for listening.